it's also based on a story. So AsmaraDana or AsmaraDana is the prequel of the Panji Tales. So the Panji Tales is a whole anthology of stories. AsmaraDana is the prequel to the story. So this was before the Prince Panji Inukertapati as well as Princess Tirana was formed. They were believed to be reincarnations of the souls of Kamajaya, the god of love, and Kamaratih, the goddess of love. So a long time ago, you have the giants at war with the gods, the Devas. So they were fighting with each other, but the giants were winning. The gods were slowly losing ground, and so they figured they need their super weapon, which is Batara or Shiva, an incarnation of Shiva. But he was away from keyboard. He was off meditating. So he wasn't there in the battle himself, so he was off in his meditation. So that means if we need to get our super weapon, we need to get him into the battle. But he's deep in meditation. Who would want to disturb him when he's meditating? No one, none of the gods dare to disturb him when he's meditating, because his wrath can be quite dreadful. Yeah, because when he's deep in meditation, he's very engrossed in it. He can lash out when you suddenly wake him up from his meditation. And no one wanted to incur his wrath. None of the gods, they were pushing each other like, you do it, you do it. None of them did except for Kamajaya. So Kamajaya committed, for the sake of the good of the gods and also of the balance of the universe itself, I will handle that challenge of waking up Batara or Shiva. So before he did, he would bid farewell. He went to visit his wife Kamaratih to bid farewell. And Kamaratih begged him not to go. It's a dangerous journey, and she feared for his safety. But Kamajaya insisted that this is for the good of everyone, and so that for the safety of her, Kamaratih, his beloved wife, as well as the gods in the universe. The gods have to win against the giants. So I will be the one who will wake him up. So Kamajaya, after bidding farewell to his wife Kamaratih, he went to visit Batara Guru, who was busy meditating. So he locked his arrow, his magical arrow, and he shot at Batara Guru. And when the arrow connected, it hit, it woke him from his meditation. But as was predicted, he was still angry that he was disturbed from his meditation. And from his third eye, he shot a beam of light that once it hit Kamajaya himself, he burst into flames. So he was, in a way, he was vanquished with the burst of light from the eye of Batara Guru. As for Batara Guru himself, the arrow took effect, so it caused him a burning desire of love. So AsmaraDana, which is to make love with his wife Parvati. So he went to visit his wife Parvati, and they made love, and from their union birthed Lord Ganapati, Batara Ganapati, which is Ganesha. With the birth of Ganesha, that turned the tide of battle for the gods, and the gods were able to defeat the giants. So they celebrated. After they celebrated, they realized that, oh yes, there's one person who is not here with us to celebrate, which was the vanquished Kamajaya, because Kamajaya was engulfed in the burning ray of light of Batara. And then, who will inform his wife Kamaratih? So Batara Indra, the king of the gods, along with his entourage, went over to Kamaratih while Kamaratih was busy fixing a flower garland or waiting for the return of her beloved husband. And when she saw Batara Indra with his entourage, she leapt up and she was excited to see her husband, but she looked around in the entourage, she couldn't find her husband. And Batara Indra's face was solemn, and Batara Indra told Kamaratih that unfortunately your husband has perished due to Batara Guru's wrath. She immediately dropped the flower garland and rushed towards the site of where her husband was vanquished, hoping to maybe see his body one last time. But unfortunately, the flames were too strong from the eye itself that there was barely anything left of Kamajaya, only left with just a burning pillar of flame and light. In her grief and her sorrow, she threw herself into the burning flame and light, and they both perished. Seeing their devotion to one another, and also because of their role in helping the gods defeat the giants, Batara Guru declared that their souls will be reincarnated and they'll be reunited for each of their reincarnations, and thereby sparked the Panji Tales, where it's an anthology of stories about a prince and a princess Panji Inukertapati as well as Princess Kirana. In each of their lifetimes, they are born separate, but they will always find their way back to each other in each of their stories and each of their lifetime. So this is based on the story of AsmaraDana, which is the prequel of the story that is because of this undying love and the sacrifice of Kamajaya as well as Kamaratih, and how they wanted to reunite with each other in life and in death, that it was decreed that they will be reunited in each of their lifetime as they reincarnate the different cycles. So yeah, that's the story of AsmaraDana.